Hi, everyone, and welcome to the newest edition of our interview series, a BookTrib and Merrill Moss media production. We're thrilled to be chatting with New York Times and USA Today bestselling author Donna Grant. Donna is a paranormal romance writer who not only writes anthologies and standalones, but she's written 14 series, including the insanely popular Dark Kings series. And today, her latest novel in the Dark Kings series, Dragon Fever, is out, a Dark Kings novella. And it releases as a 1001 Dark Nights novella. So thank you so much for joining us, Donna. We can't wait to talk to you today.
Great, thank you.
Absolutely. So I want to jump right in and talk all about your newest novella from 1001 Dark Nights, which is Dragon Fever. Where are we at this point in the series, and who are we meeting?
This is book 9.5.
Okay.
I think, yes. And we're meeting Asher and his heroine, Rachel.
Okay.
So Asher you don't really see him too much in the books leading up to this. And he is sent there essentially because the king of Dragon Kings, Khan, can't go. So he sends somebody else. And so Asher's taking his place.
Okay. And so what's happening with Rachel and Asher? How are they, going to get all kinds of excited and come together and everything? What can you tease?
The whole thing is the Dragon Kings they keep who they are and what they are secret. Okay, nobody's supposed to know, although it's been leaked and they're trying to do damage control.
Okay.
So Rachel is a blank. She goes and she finds these people who have lied, whether it's individuals or corporations, and she exposes the truth.
Okay.
And so she finds out about the Dragon Kings, and she's totally pissed off about it, that these people are lying to the world, so she wants to expose them. Okay. So that is what she's going after, and that means she is playing two different people with him.
Okay.
So she tries to seduce him to get him to reveal his secrets, but then she's also following him and trying to find things that he's lying about.
Got it. Interesting. Well, it sounds very exciting. But this isn't your first 1001 Dark Nights release. What do you love about getting to write for them, be a part of the family, and all that comes with it?
God, it's just the people, for one. Liz and MJ are amazing. And when they asked me to be involved, I was like, I don't need to think about this. This is a definite I'm in. The family, they're amazing. It is a family. And to be a part of such a group, it's an honor. And I love it.
That's amazing. So Dark Kings is a spinoff. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a spinoff that you started in 2012. How did you see it going this long? Did you see it progressing this much?
No. So the series starts off, and the first book released in 2009 with the Dark Sword series. So it was medieval, set in medieval times, set in Scotland. Essentially, they were primeval gods inside men who they shifted. They weren't exactly anything in particular. They were just kind of. They had fangs and claws, and they fought druids, bad druids, evil druids. So they had 6 books in that series, and St. Martin's came to me and said, you know what, you're doing great. If you want to keep an historical, you've got another contract, but how do you feel about time traveling the guys to modern-day Scotland? And I laughed. I was like, I'm a historical writer. I don't write contemporary. And they're like, come on, give it a try. 2 hours later, my editor convinced me. So that was essentially the Dark Warrior series. They would not keep the series name the same. They said it would confuse readers. Mm-hmm. No, changing the name has confused readers. But so it went from the Dark Sword to, I think there was 8.5 books. Okay. And the Dark Warriors, which then spun off the Dragons, because I was wrapping up that series and St. Martin said, we want you to stay in this world. Do you have any idea? And I was like, Dragons. And they're like, love it. So that's where I'm at with that.
Okay, awesome. So from what I can kind of see, you write about 7 to 8 books a year, although something happened in 2015 and you wrote way more than that. How do you keep this all together? How do you keep them all separate? How do you find ways to manage your time? What's your secret?
It's insanity is actually what it is. I don't know. If I'm not writing, if I don't have my schedule full, I feel like I'm not doing what I should be doing. So I keep my schedule relatively full. I do pad it now. 2015 was crazy with all the book releases. So much so that I was like, what happened? I can't do this again. So 2016, everybody was like, you know what? We're taking some months off. And I was like, no. But it's actually been good. I needed it. Everybody needed it. So
good. So what can fans look forward to as this Dark King series kind of continues? What are some things that you're looking to do?
The next 4 books in the series, they're going to be game changers for the Dragon Kings. I highly recommend that people don't miss this novella because there's teasers in it. Because the Reapers are a spinoff of the Dragon Kings. So there's little tidbits, little nuggets in there. So I highly recommend that. And because there's a lot happening with Ulrich, who is the villain in this series, that people need to know.
Okay.
So the next 4 books, besides this novella, they are game changers.
Okay. Wow. Way to set that up. That's so exciting. So let's talk about a couple of your other series because they can't be left out. You do have a new series that you have on your site right now, Sons of Texas.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's coming out in December. What can you kind of say about this new series and what fans can expect?
It's completely different than anything I've done. It is a military romance or a romantic suspense, kind of one in both. But there's no paranormal in it, which is kind of weird for me because everything I've always wrote is paranormal. My editor has said, remember, no paranormal. These are just regular guys.
People.
Right, I know. But it's different. I love it. It keeps things fresh. So I'm really excited about debuting this series.
Okay. Did you find any hang-ups while you were writing that you maybe automatically wanted to go to some crazy storyline? And
always.
Oh crap, I can't.
Yes, always. I'd be like, I'd be writing, so I'd be like 1,000 words. I had to delete that because I can't do paranormal. It's just paranormal comes so natural and easy for me. Right. But I loved the challenge of making it just a normal, everyday military guys.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, that's exciting. Okay, looking forward to it. Is that going to end at book 3, or are you thinking that'll keep going also?
It's set up to keep going.
Okay.
I guess it depends on if the readers want any more. So we'll see. We'll go from there.
All right. Sounds good. Now, LaRue had no new books this year, but you have 2 more slated for 2017. Where can fans kind of expect that whole series to go into when the books come out?
Oh, God. I get this question several times a week between the Chasons and the LaRues because they're interconnected. I want to finish both of those series for readers and for myself. But my schedule is so tight with St. Martin's. I have 3 series with St. Martin's. So it has been literally one thing on top of another that I've not been able to fit these other stories into. But I really, really hope to get them out in 2017.
Okay. Excellent. And your Reaper series also, as you just mentioned, has some new releases coming out. Mm-hmm. When can we kind of expect book 4? Was that 2017 on the site? Did that say, or this year?
We don't know. Actually, okay. I just right before I got on with you, I got an email from my agent asking for release dates for due dates for these books. I don't know. We just finalized another contract, so we're trying to figure out when we can fit those in, when I can get them in the schedule and release them.
Excellent.
So I'm hoping it would be nice to have one by the end of this year, but I doubt it. It'll probably be in 2017.
Now, do you already have, with all of these where you have them, kind of ready to start writing, do you already have ideas maybe written down or just in your head, like where you want storylines to go, where you think they're going to head, or are you going to go there when you actually sit down and do it?
I pretty much go there when I sit down to do it. I don't plot anything, which annoys a lot of people. But I mean, leading up to, I'm writing book 11 in the Dragons right now, so I know what's going to happen in book 12 or what characters are going to be there, but I don't know the actual story. Okay. And it's just like the Reapers. I know who's going to be in the next one, and essentially the overall plot. But like the little nitpicky things, I don't know until I'm actually sitting down and writing it.
Okay, very interesting. What about you? Do you have a favorite series that you've written? One that maybe is like really close to your heart, or do they all kind of hold a special place?
The Dragons, hands down. I had been wanting to write Dragons for so long, and everybody kept shooting it down. So when they said, let's do it, and I was like, okay, I'm submitting it right now for you to change your mind. They've been my favorites. I really love the Dragons.
Okay, amazing. Can you talk a little bit about your background and how you came to this career, and did you always know that you wanted to be a writer?
I started reading romance when I was 12, which was probably a tad too young, to be honest. I was never without a book. And it got to the point where it was like, I would have done this storyline differently. Or after I'd finish it, I would like continue the story or come up with something else. And one day, I was actually working as an accountant, and I was pregnant with my oldest, that I just sat down during my lunch breaks and I started writing. It took me 4 months to complete the first book, and I was like, this is what I want to do. I knew without a doubt. Didn't care how long it took or how many books I had to write, but that's what I was going to do.
Wow, very inspiring. What makes writing a series for you either better or the same as a standalone or an anthology? What about each is appealing to you?
I don't really do standalones well at all.
Okay.
I can't, everything, I like to connect. Once I set up a world, I like to stay there. I want to be there for a while. I want to learn the characters, and I want to see more of the world. So it's almost always a series. I can't even do trilogies. Those don't work well at all either. They end up being so much bigger than that. But I love the novellas in a series because it's almost like a refresher. So instead of having all these huge secondary characters, which apparently I'm known for, I have to condense it down to just pretty much the hero and heroine and or a villain. And it makes a writer's take completely different. So I have to do a 180, and it's almost like a refresher where it's a reset. So then when I go back to doing my full books, it's like, oh, okay, now I have this huge thing I can do now. It's fun. I love it.
Absolutely. Is there a point at which writing at all presents any difficulties to you? Maybe the beginning of the book, middle, you get stuck, or the end is like, forget it. Is there anything that's hard that you find difficult?
I love starting a new book. Okay. The middle. I think most writers normally say the middle, whereas I'm like, God, this sucks. I'm going to have to rewrite this. I hate it. Right. And then I get to the end, and I'm like, maybe not so bad. I mean, it's a constant. Every book is the same.
Okay. What about for those who are maybe starting out or just really admire what you're doing, they want to be doing this also? Do you have any advice for them?
Read, and write. Don't write the same thing over and over. Write. Finish a book and then move on to something else. Because the more you read, the more you write, the more you learn.
Right. Okay. What are the qualities that you look for in a romantic hero, no matter the storyline or the genre? Is there something that you really love to see in that hero?
In the hero? An alpha. I can't stand these little wimpy guys. I don't know what it is. I have to have an alpha. Not a dick, but I mean somebody who is gentle and kind, but is truly an alpha.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's your writing space like at home? Do you have like a little private cove, or are you tucked away? How do you get into your mind?
I have an office that I have my swords, my books, my desk. I have a couch, all the pet beds because I have numerous pets who are always with me. So, but it's my space. This is where I write, where I do my business.
Love it. Are there any authors out there right now that you're crazy about, that you just kind of fangirl over?
Oh, yes, hands down, Karen Marie Moning. That woman is amazing. Love anything she puts out. Presley Cole is another one, too.
Oh, love her.
Great author.
Absolutely. What's I'm sure you go out and you meet fans and sign books and everything. Have you ever had an interaction with a fan that just really stuck with you?
Yeah, there's been a couple. They come up and they're just like, I was in the hospital and I was, really like not on death's door, but like majorly sick. And they were like, your books got me through it. I was like, oh my God, really? Or, they were sitting with a loved one who was dying. And I was like, it was, I was reading your books to her and it helped us. And it's amazing that my stories could do something like that.
Absolutely. What haven't you written yet that might be in your writing goals?
A thriller.
Ooh, okay.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What about, do you have anything right now on your to be read pile? Anything that you're just, yankering to get to read?
My pile is huge. I'm looking at it right now and it is massive. I have so many books to read. And it's like if I finish the book I'm on under deadline, then I'm going to grab one of those books and I'm going to spend a couple of days just reading. But I have too many to name.
A large to be read list, put it that way.
Because I keep going and buying books and not reading.
Now, so if you go to your website and you click on books by date, the amount coming out soon is slightly overwhelming, and I'm not writing them. Do you ever find yourself overwhelmed, or do you just kind of take it one at a time? How do you manage?
When I look at my calendar as a whole, I tend to freak out because I am booked all the way through halfway through 2018. So if I look at it like that, it's easy to go, oh my God, how am I going to do this? When am I going to have the time? What if I get sick, or what if somebody dies, or oh my God, I have no time for even a week off. But I literally just can only do 1 month at a time, one book at a time. I get through that, then I move to the next, and I look at it that way. So
absolutely. So once we pass this now. Dragon Fever, right, is right. Now out. So what is next on the docket? What can fans expect next?
The next one after this is The Hero, which is the first Sons of Texas book. That's in December. Right after that, it's going to be The Protector, which is the second book in the series. In January. They released those two back to back, so I was kind of excited about that. Yeah. The covers are amazing. Love them. Mm-hmm. And then in March, the next Dragon King, which will be Firestorm. And I'm really excited about that.
Oh, okay. Very exciting. So we do have, before we wrap up, we do have a couple of social media questions that came in.
Sure.
The first is, will the Kings and Reapers worlds intersect more in the future?
Yes. In a big way. In a really big way. Yes.
Okay. And who is, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, Rye's king? Or when will we get to find out more information on Rye and her king?
Ree. God, I answer this probably once a day. I will not state yet who her Dragon King is. It's coming.
Okay.
Not as soon as readers would like, but it's coming. There is hints in every book. If readers would actually sit down and go through and find those hints, they would know it.
Okay.
I mean, they would know who it is.
Okay, that's exciting. Before we go, I know that you have so many fans. Do you have anything that you want to say to them, just to let them know? I mean, we know you're working your hardest on these books, so what would you like to say to the fans?
Thank you. Without all of you, my worlds would not be available. So thank you. Y'all rock. I appreciate every bit of it.
Absolutely. And go out and grab that new 1001 Dark Nights novella. And it's available today. So that's very exciting. Thank you so much, Donna. It was so great to get to talk to you.
Thank you. I loved it.
Absolutely. We'll talk soon. Have a great one.
You too.
Bye.